Hello, magandang gabi. I'm your Tito Goby, and tonight we're gonna react to the woke cults and how far left they are nowadays that they pretty much fell off the table. Note that I don't hate the peace-loving Muslims that has immigrated here in the U.S., much like Chinese, Filipinos, Koreans, and like I said, all the other races who has come and immigrated to the US and adapted to the American lifestyle. I don't hate gays, lesbians, trans, because being Filipino, I have relatives and friends that are gay, lesbians, and trans, and they too are sick of the woke culture. Now let's move on to the video, and here we go. Our first video is from Aspen Gold Clips. The title is New York is 100% cooked. Actually, there we go. Scrap that. And give a like. Alright, let's start.
Times Square holds a Quids rally, proclaims support for the Islamic Republic.
We proclaim our support for the Islamic Republic. Shame, shame, USA!
Oh my God.
Iran is the central pillar of the struggle against...
Okay, like I said, every time we see that Palestinian flag there, it's hard not to think that most of these people are paid actors. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube already proving that, so just keep that in mind.
U.S. imperialism.
Then leave. What do we do? Why are these people in the country?
Crowd was chanting that they support Hezbollah and Hamas, both of which are designated terror organizations. Take a listen.
Say it loud and say it clear! Say it loud and say it clear! We support Hezbollah here! We support Hezbollah here!
Okay, so like I was starting to say, I don't like I don't like the woke left, the woke cult that is siding with these terrorists. Those are the people that I don't like. All right, but there are peaceful Muslims out here in the U.S. that isn't part of this. You know, they're against Hezbollah and all the other terrorist organizations, and they have adapted to the American lifestyle, and like everybody else, they just want to live in peace. So, going back to the video.
Why is this not just an automatic deportation for everybody? First Amendment doesn't count for terrorism. Think about it. Just take a step back and think about it. Think about how retarded it is that we're sitting here listening to these people.
Through hundreds of apparent terror supporters.
I agree, but citizens? Nah, dude, that's crazy. What do you think? Just because somebody's a citizen, you should let them support terrorism here? Like, can we please disperse with this fantasy that these people are really American citizens? Do they identify as American citizens? Do they care about American culture? Why are you letting this legal distinction determine your ethics and your morality? You should think about what the right thing to do is. They have a poster of Khomeini. Oh my God. And now he's holding up more photos of the Iranian. Oh, that's the. Oh, look whose flag it is.
Oh, let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag?
Yeah.
Hezbollah.
It's the mustard flag. Somebody said there's a
Hezbollah.
new bomb threat. A new New York City bomb threat. Can you believe that? The New York PD bomb squad rushed to a Upper Side 9/11 call. They really like making bombs over there, huh? They really like their bombs. I think that what happened, why there's been like a huge escalation, it's because of the Iran war and some Muslims thinking that it is Islam that's under attack rather than a regime that uses Islam as an excuse to oppress people.
There you go. That is true. It's not the Muslims. that we have a problem with. Terrorists, that's what we have. We have a problem with the terrorists. And the left is helping the terrorists spread their message without even knowing it.
Being under attack because the mayor excuses and encourages.
Okay, because the mayor excuses it and encourages it. Definitely, from the way things are, it's been, I guess, almost a week, and the I guess mayor of New York is siding with these terrorists.
Is it? I think that he rationalizes it.
This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City.
They, the people who were protesting were not even close to his house or to his mansion or to his residence or whatever. And they're making it sound like that it happened right on his doorstep. And it was confirmed that it was a pipe bomb, not a smoke bomb, not like a prop, an actual pipe bomb, homemade pipe bomb. And they're downplaying that.
And then somebody who was Islamic threw a bomb at them. But you're not going to mention that. New York City Muslim mayor names New York's first trans woman to lead LGBTQIA+ office.
We all know too well the queer community as well as intersecting communities and adjacent communities.
See, this is how they are luring the left towards their, I guess, plans, or their, I guess, into their mindset that the terrorists, Hezbollah and all that are the good guys. Because like here, they're giving them a platform or something to be happy about. But then behind the scenes, the LGBT community doesn't know that they are being manipulated by these guys.
Are under extreme attack in this country from all angles, it seems, from the highest levels of government to society in general.
Oh, God.
And to even sometimes people that we consider friendly fire, unfortunately.
Wow.
And so now more than ever in this moment, it is so critical, I think, to have trans leadership because...
What do you need? What do you go to the gay office for? What is the purpose of the gay office? Like, I don't even understand this.
Are under extreme attack in this country.
So let's ask, how does Hezbollah treat the LGBT plus community? Hassan Nasrallah, head of Hezbollah, those who commit this act, even if they do it once, are to be killed.
See, the LGBT community. Well, I'm guessing like a few or half of them doesn't really know what's going on, and they're just like happy to be part of something. And I swear they are being manipulated without even knowing it. And here's our next video. This is from the Red Briefing. All right. He titled his video as Zohar Mandani blames white supremacy while ISIS celebrates New York City's terror attempt. All right. There you go. Sorry. Let me do that again. So Our next video is from the Red Briefing, and he titled his video, Zoran Mandani blames white supremacy while ISIS celebrates New York City's terror attempts. There we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Red Briefing. You know, if you really want to see where the modern left is heading these days, you don't have to look any further than Zoran Mamdani. There are these moments in politics where someone's actual behavior just lays it all out there. No need to dig through their policy papers or listen to their speeches. Just watch what they do, check their track record, and it tells you everything. And that's exactly what we've got here with Mamdani's response to that attempted terror attack in New York City. Man, it was one of the most messed up things I've seen in a while. But honestly, what's even worse isn't just his typical deflection or the expected apologetics for Islamic extremism. It's how the leftist media jumped right in and played the same twisted game.
Pausing this for a minute. I just remembered something. This is what is happening in the UK right now. I believe they have 8 Muslim mayors over there. Let's check it out. And I bet you they're gonna be downplaying the terrorist acts that's happening in the UK as well, just like Mandani over here. Let's see. So this video is from the Times Now World, and Muslim mayors in UK power backlash and demographic shifts.
On May 16, 2025, Rotherham appointed Rukhsana Ismail as its ceremonial mayor. A British Pakistani councillor of Kashmiri descent, Ismail has been recognised for her community engagement and celebrated as a symbol of representation for young Muslim women, reflecting the increasing diversity in local leadership. While Ismail's appointment was hailed as a milestone by some, it faced polarised reactions on platforms like X. Critics referenced Rotherham's history with grooming scandals, 1997, 2013, despite no evidence linking Ismail to those events. These reactions highlight the broader tensions surrounding Muslim representation in public office. Ismail joins a small but notable group of Muslim mayors in the UK, including Sadiq Khan, London's directly elected mayor, now in his 3rd term since 2024, and ceremonial mayors in towns like Luton, Tahmina Salim, Oldham, Zahid Chauhan, and Rochdale, Shakil Ahmed. Khan remains the most prominent figure, advocating for diversity while navigating intense political scrutiny. Sadiq Khan's public statements, including those on Middle Eastern conflicts, have drawn criticism from conservative voices accusing him of divisive rhetoric. While no specific April 2025 Eid message was verified, Khan's pro-Palestinian stance has historically sparked backlash, underscoring the challenges Muslim leaders face in balancing community representation with broader political pressures. The rise of Muslim mayors reflects demographic shifts. According to the 2021 census, Muslims constitute 6.5% of England and Wales' population, a 44% increase since 2011. In London, ethnic minorities make up approximately 46% of the population, influencing electoral dynamics and reshaping the UK's political landscape. Labour's support in constituencies with significant Muslim populations weaken in the 2024 general election. The party saw reduced vote shares in 21 constituencies with over 30% Muslim populations, losing 5 seats to independents.
All right. Yeah, that's 3 minutes of that video. It's almost done, but we got some other videos that we need to get to. But yeah, that's what's happening in the UK right now. They don't want to admit that they are being invaded and replaced. I have nothing against the Muslim people who wants to live peacefully, but if I go to London, to the UK and all that, I want to see the British. If I go to Paris, France, I want to see the French. If I go anywhere else in the world, I want to see their people. And here, in this example, the UK, it does seem like they are being replaced by people from the Middle East. So I have nothing against peaceful Muslims who want to live in peace and adapt to wherever they're living or immigrating to. But I do have a problem with people who are immigrating and not changing. All right, let's go back to the red briefing. Sorry.
We've got some clips lined up that really drive this home and show just how upside down the modern left has gotten. This whole chickens for KFC thing, defending an ideology that would straight up destroy them if it ever took over. The left-wing reaction to this Islamist-inspired terror attempt in NYC pretty much sums up everything wrong with that mindset right now. Let's dive in and roll the tape. So it all kicked off with Mamdani's first response to the attack. 2 guys throwing homemade bombs at that anti-Muslim protest outside Gracie Mansion.
Okay, so this is what we were talking about during Asmongold's clip about they're claiming that it was just like smoke bombs or props or something, which is completely bullshit.
Inspired by ISIS, according to the feds. What does he do? He doesn't call out radical Islam. He doesn't even point at the obvious issue here, the clash between certain extremist strains of Islam and Western values. Nah, instead, he pivots straight to blaming white supremacy.
This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City. I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city. Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home.
That alone was bad enough. But like clockwork with these folks, they always gotta pile on. Mamdani doubles down by completely ignoring the heroic NYPD officers who jumped into action, leaping over barricades, putting their lives on the line to arrest those suspects and stop what could have been a disaster. Not a single shout out to them, 0 mention. Instead, he's out there hosting dinner with Mahmoud Khalil, this big-name figure tied to foreign Islamist influence groups, someone whose whole deal has been called out as wanting to undermine Western civilization.
I have a suspicion that all these Muslim politicians has some kind of relationship or connection to Hezbollah or ISIS or whatever jihadist group out there, which is very disturbing.
You say Mayor Zoran Mamdani should have had that chief over for dinner, not anti-Israel activist Mahmoud Khalil, who came over to the governor's or the mayor's mansion for a Ramadan dinner the other night. Khalil, for people watching wondering who that is, he's the Columbia grad we used to see on protest duty all the time. He's fighting a federal deportation case after the White House says he supported Hamas during those protests, which he denies.
The men and women of the NYPD will do the right thing. They're going to enforce the laws. They're going to show up for work. But they understand that this man on the screen right now does not have their back.
The contrast is insane. You've got cops risking everything to protect the city during a terror scare, and the mayor can't even acknowledge them? But he's happy to break fast and dine with this guy? This is what people mean when they say the left has totally lost the plot. We're seeing terror cells getting activated, multiple incidents popping off in a short time, and the big elephant in the room is radical Islam, an ideology that, let's be real, should be the natural enemy of the left with all its repression on women, gays, free speech, you name it. Yet what do we get? Deflection and defense from the media. CNN even tried flipping the script, acting like Mamdani was the real victim here.
2 Republicans say Muslims don't belong here after an attempted terror attack against New York's Mayor Zoran Mamdani, and the House Speaker Mike Johnson says nothing really to condemn those comments.
Supposedly some of these comments are as a result of the attempt against Mayor Mamdani, who was raised.
Completely bullshit, false. This is something that they are fed to say, because if you look at the actual video, they weren't even close to that mansion or to whatever he resides in, you know. But this is complete fake. So you can't really trust mass media or corporate media. They have their own agendas.
Muslim, was he not himself? Yeah. So they're being anti-Muslim and they're finally defending Mamdani over.
Remember, we are not anti-Muslim. We are anti-jihadists.
Something.
To be clear, the attack wasn't
on Mayor
Mamdani. It was on people protesting. It was attacking protesters.
There you go. So this guy, he knows what he's talking about, and they're trying to shut him down.
It was attacking protesters, people protesting Mamdani.
Right by his house.
It was to frame it as an anti-Muslim attack would actually completely reverse what happened. Someone who shouted Allah Akbar through a bomb that didn't go off at the protesters.
Republicans are finally doing something.
It's wild. They straight up tried pinning this on MAGA, turning Mamdani into some kind of target. That's the pattern with left-wing thinking. Twist everything so the actual victims become the bad guys if it fits their narrative. Remember Jake Lang and his crew getting bombed at? At first, some lefties kind of justified it because he's controversial. When that didn't stick, they lied and claimed Mamdani was the victim. Now the conversation's back on Islam, and suddenly the real victims are peaceful Muslims facing Islamophobia, just like post 9/11.
So I can't speak for Mike Johnson, but I would say we've had 2 terrorist attacks here in the last 10 days.
What does that have to do with Muslims?
So
this reporter is trying to downplay the other terrorist attack that these protesters has been doing. So why cover that up? Because it goes against what the script tells you to say. But okay, let's go back.
In the last 10 days.
What does that have to do with Muslims?
So can we condemn those? Why are we?
Of course. What does that have to do with Muslims?
What does that have to do with Muslims?
2 Islamist-inspired terror incidents in NYC in like 10 days. And Abby Phillips' follow-up is basically, what does this have to do with Muslims? Come on. It has everything to do with it. But it's the same chickens for KFC routine. Abby Phillip would be wearing a burqa and reading state-approved scripts if Islamists ever ran things their way. Yet she's out here running cover for a force that's straight up destructive. We've heard the line a million times. Most Muslims are peaceful. Sure, the vast majority in any group aren't extremists. That's obvious. But that's not the discussion. The problem is radicalization being a real, serious issue in this particular ideology right now. And the response is always, just ignore it. A terror attempt happens? Shrug. It is what it is. I can't accept that. Crime and violence exist everywhere, yeah. But if you can spot a clear pattern, a specific source driving preventable attacks, wouldn't you actually do something about it? Make smart policies to protect society from that identifiable threat? Of course. But nope, we get zero tolerance for zero attacks, yet they want to look the other way. And it's not just here. Look at Europe. Grooming gangs, sexual violence spikes tied to certain migrant groups, and leaders like Sadiq Khan denying it even existed while...
Okay, so that's from Europe. There's the British Patriot. Breaking news, Sadiq Khan personally read reports detailing young girls being, I'm thinking being groomed. I don't know, it's blurred out, but it starts with a G. But definitely bad things. In hotels by groups of Muslim men plied with drugs, threatened and abused. But yet, at least 10 public occasions, he denied grooming gangs exist in London. So, like I said, it's already happening in Europe. I believe it's going to start happening here in the US also, with Muslim mayors ignoring these cases.
Reports piled up about young girls being drugged, threatened by groups of men. Reminds me of Tim Walz ignoring Somali fraud scandals until it exploded. Turning a blind eye to obvious dangers. The demographics on sexual offenses in the UK show it clear as day. Native-born versus North African/Middle Eastern migrants. We're importing risks, including this belief in some radical circles that non-believer women are fair game. So yeah, Abby, this has everything to do with Islamism as the common thread. We can't keep distracting from it just to stay woke and virtuous. Running defense for folks like Mamdani, who, after a terror attempt on his own city's doorstep, snubs the frontline cops who saved the day and instead hosts a subversive Islamist figure. CNN jumps in to deflect too. We're not bigots, no matter how much they scream it. We're just looking at reality objectively, seeing an ideology for what it is and saying we want no part of importing its dangers. That's not racism, it's basic self-preservation. The most logical stance there is. The threat's right in front of them, but they ignore it, cover for it, even welcome it. That's the modern left. They're more dangerous than the terrorists in some ways because they're the enablers, blinded by misplaced empathy. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you're tired of the nonsense.
So that's from the Red Briefing. And I completely agree with him. It's like there has to be a line somewhere. We care. We have empathy. But it can't go this far, can it? You know? We are being attacked within, and a lot of people is just closing their eyes, you know, and just letting it happen. All right, so our last video for this segment, or this video, is by your favorite VTuber, Nox, and then this he titled his video, Asmongold situation is fucked. Okay, so let's see what he has to say.
Now, Asmongold covered this, and his coverage was pretty good. Pretty good, I say, because I don't think he actually understands Islam. All right, I don't want to be controversial or anything, because I really like Asmongold's coverage normally. This is like the in my opinion, just a normal, rational guy covering shit, and he normally does a really good job. So first of all, he started with this.
So this guy's trying to drive a car into a school, and synagogue security killed the attacker. Damn, W Jews, huh? How about that?
W Jews. It's rare, but it happens. Crazy how many people have been psyoped into thinking that Israel is an enemy because they kill terrorists that want to kill us. It's on.
There you go. They stopped a terrorist attack. So, W, definitely. Let's repeat what he said again.
So this guy's trying to drive a car into a school, and synagogue security killed the attacker. Damn, W Jews, huh?
Okay. Somebody was trying to drive a car into a school.
How about that?
W Jews. It's rare, but it happens. Crazy how many people have been psyoped into thinking that Israel is an enemy because they kill terrorists that want to kill us. It's honestly insane. But anywho, this was his coverage of the shooter, and I find it very interesting.
Like, in general, I think that a lot of the people that do these bombings and do these shootings, and this is true with gang shootings, it's true with, you know, like, it's true in prisons, it's true everywhere. Like, the overwhelming majority are guys without, like, really any sort of, like, hope for the future. Like, that's really the reality. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Bloods, the Crips, the Muslim Brotherhood, or the Aryan Brotherhood. It's all the same people. It's the same demographic. It's young men with no sense of hope to the future and seemingly nothing to lose, right?
No. You are correct in the majority of circumstances. When it comes to, like, white school shooters, totally, 100%. I'm with you, man. All right, when it comes to a lot of instances of gang violence, sure, whatever. Specifically with Islam, you're wrong. And the reason why you're wrong is not, in my opinion, because you don't have a good understanding of human psychology. It's because you don't have a good understanding of Islam. And I don't say this as an insult, because I think your average person views it exactly the same way Asmongold does. Because we have been psyoped, in my opinion, through a multi-year, multi-generation psyop that all cultures are equal and all people are the same and all psychologies are identical because we're all humans and all humans are beautiful and awesome and lovely. And therefore, since we're all humans, we're all identical. We have slightly different cultures, but that just affects our cuisine, okay? It doesn't actually affect our way of life and shit. And this has been one of the most dangerous psyops that's been played on us for a very long time. Because in Islam, from a very young age, the idea of martyrdom is actually literally groomed into you. Kids are groomed to be martyrs, not even exaggerating. Like, this is from Sneeko, okay? Now, Sneeko was groomed as a 25-year-old adult. All right, imagine what they could do to children.
Yeah, I think we talked about Sneeko already in one of our videos. And yeah, Sneeko has no idea what he's getting into.
But it's a reminder that this life is short. And so
this is him talking about Khamenei, terrorist, pedophile, mass murderer that was eliminated by United States and Israeli airstrikes. God bless the U.S. of A and our allies for fucking killing terrorists. Hell yeah, dude. This bro's in hell right now, by the way.
Khamenei, if he did die, if you died in this act, especially during the holy month of Ramadan.
They blew him up. They blew him up good. They painted the walls with Khamenei.
Inshallah, he gets the highest rank in Jannah and he gets eternal paradise. He gets the highest rank, he gets martyrdom. That's the highest achievement we can get.
This is coming from a man who was groomed into Islam at the age of 25. All right? Imagine what happens if you're groomed into Islam as a child. Sneeko was not raised Muslim. He was not Muslim as a kid. All right? He was born and raised in the United States of America. Understand what we're dealing with. And this guy thinks that the terrorist, pedophile, mass killer, all right, killed tens of thousands of his own people, millions of people in the region, all right? Whether it's Iraq or it's in Lebanon or it's in Syria or it's in Yemen, all right? He directly caused all these deaths, all right? Understand that. He thinks this guy's going to heaven as a martyr because he was killed by the United States for threatening to kill us for 47 years.
But it's a reminder that this life is short.
Yeah, a reminder that this life is short. And this guy, Sneeko, all right, groomed into Islam at 25 already.
Okay. Sorry about that, Knox, but we'll skip to the actual.
Martyrdom is a hugely important concept here in the Islamic Republic of Iran. We're currently at an event where hundreds of women hold their babies into the air to show that they're willing to offer their children as martyrs for God and for Imam Hussein. All of that goes back to the legendary Battle of Karbala, where Imam Hussein held his baby into the air.
It's an entire religion based on this. All right, I'm not trying to be Islamophobic here or anything. I'm just trying to explain to you that, quite literally, this does not really mesh with Western values so much. Now, there are a lot of Muslims that aren't really that religious, all right? They don't actually follow, they'll fast on Ramadan, but they don't actually follow this stuff. But the actual religious ones, they all believe this. In fact, the religion demands it, all right? Like, dude, what is this? What depravity is this? This is who we're fighting in Iran, by the way. And we wonder why they didn't surrender after they were obliterated. Obviously, they didn't surrender.
And from our last videos, we estimated that there were at least almost 14 million. That's like 15% of the Iranian population. 14 million jihadists.
Because dying is the highest honor for these people. It's insane. That's why I'm always surprised when they call America terrorists, because, bro, that's literally the highest civilian honor in Islam. What are you doing? And again, I'm not saying that I'm justifying the murder of, like, children in a school or airstrikes on civilians or anything like that. It's obviously a tragedy. I'm not trying to say that. Obviously, these kids did nothing wrong. But, like, let's be honest with ourselves for just a second. What do you think they're going to grow into? Not justifying killing them, but I am very much justifying not bringing them into our countries. I just want to make that distinction very clear. So yeah, we're toppling a regime that's this, all right? Holding their babies into the airs as martyrs. These are not babies who have nothing to lose. That's not why they're doing this, all right? Like, dude, look at these people. Look how they pray. All right, this is a Palestinian man.
أنا بطلب من الله طلب واحد.
I ask Allah for one thing.
إذا ربنا أخذني وربنا أكرمني وارتقاني مع الشهداء.
If he chooses and honors me as a martyr.
ياخد معي حبيب قلبي. حبيب روحي.
Let my son be a martyr and come with me. What the actual fuck is happening? This is retarded. This is not a normal culture. This is not Western values. These people cannot assimilate. And then I see people go, oh, we need to import 1 million refugees from...
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Assimilate. These people aren't assimilating to the US. They're not assimilating in the UK. They're not assimilating anywhere in the world. These people are jihadists. Alright. The rest of Nox's video is pretty much the same. But here's a segment on Nox's video that shows that they're not assimilating, but replacing. Oh God, that is... Oh, how cute. Kids with guns pointing at a head of another kid with a Israel. This is completely wrong. People, come on. Oh, okay. And the left is siding with people who actually celebrates this. Oh God. All right. Where is it again?
The Quran. Look it up. It's a direct and utter quote. Like, why are we surprised, bro? Seriously?
Yeah. This. So this video, that Nox is showing is they're at a Catholic church or Christian church. These people, these Muslims, they have overrun the area, and I don't know if they bought this place or they just decided to turn it into a I guess what do you call it? One of those mosques.
So this is what we're doing. So we're praying at churches now. That's what we're doing, Sheikh. Wow. Astaghfirullah. Look at the...
Okay, the Muslim Brotherhood in action in America.
Brothers lining up at the church. Sorry, brothers. So where are we, man? We at the church? Y'all praying at the church? No. Y'all praying at the church? What are we doing here, man? Why have we gathered here?
Great question.
Okay, mashallah. We're going to convert the church into a masjid.
They convert churches into mosques.
There you go, a mosque. So.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay, man. Y'all was scaring me for a minute.
قد خطبة حبيبي قد فوت خطبة يلا إن الحمد لله ما شاء الله. Hey, beginning stages.
Beginning stages. This is how it starts. And there it is. Nope.
There you go. So that's another example of replacement. So if the white people are afraid of Jews replacing them, well, here's what Christians and Catholics and other religions out there are in America that should be afraid of is being replaced by jihadists. I don't know. So I don't know the context of this video that Knox is showing. Maybe they did buy the church. I'll call it a night, and I hope everybody has like a nice day. Good night.